Hi, everybody. This is my living room. This is a portrait of Walt Whitman on my fireplace. This over here is grass from Walt Whitman's grave on my wall, and this here is my all-time favorite collection of poems. When I was 19, I read Leaves of Grass for the first time. It was an autumn day, and I was sitting on the steps of Wheeler Hall at UC Berkeley when I first cracked this book open. There were some pine trees nearby, and I could smell them. And as I began my reading assignment, I had this haunting sense that every single thing I believed was printed in one book that one person had written. Who was this person, I wondered? What was this voice, this sagely, mischievous, kind, audacious, self-effacing, presumptuous, bashful, crude, compassionate, eloquent, body, omniscient, weird voice I was hearing? It wasn't poetry. It was like listening to the voice of our whole species, with all the love and anguish of all human experience compressed into it, and all the wisdom, too. The voice of a whole hopeful, fraught species coming from one man with an unkempt beard and frumpy hat. Walt Whitman was born on May 31st, 1819, and along with Emily Dickinson, Walt Whitman was the most important American writer in moving poetry toward unrhymed free verse and ultimately paving the way for literary modernism. In an era of literary romanticism, when for half a century the Wordsworths and Emersons and Thoreaus were disdaining society and crowds and telling men to go out into the woods and be alone and think, Whitman wrote gorgeous poetry about crowds and cities, ferry rides and military camps, all the while loving nature too. In this book, everything is equally real and equally valid. In Leaves of Grass, no place, no time, no person, and no group is better or more real than any other. He wrote, "There was never any more inception than there is now, nor any more youth or age than there is now, and will never be any more perfection than there is now." To me, these lines are an atom bomb of optimism, telling us to be present and reverent toward every second of every minute that we get to experience on this earth, which has horrors and suffering, as Whitman well knew, but also fun crowds, big cities, and leaves of grass.